Today, the Faroe Islands are a wealthy society with a strong economy, but it wasn't always this way. In the mid to late 1700s, the Faroes were a basic subsistence society, living under the Danish royal trade monopoly. Initially, this offered the islands economic stability, but over time it became a bit like playing the actual game, with Denmark the only player allowed to roll the dice. The rules? You can only trade with Denmark. They tell you what your wool and fish are worth, and surprise, it's not much. The Faroes were trapped within the system and by their isolated location. Fortunately though, that location and lack of competition appealed to a Danish businessman and shipping tycoon, Niels Ryberg. In 1768, Ryberg gets permission from the Danish to run an entrepot trade via Torshavn. It would be kind of like if Jeff Bezos decided to run a small-scale Amazon out of American Samoa, or how Singapore brings in goods, sorts them, and ships them right back out. Ryberg's system brought in goods like grain from Denmark and tobacco and rum from the Caribbean, stored them, and then shipped them off to more local spots like Britain and Iceland. The Faroes had become a little global logistics hub. Times were good. But Ryberg was also starting to dabble in smuggling. With the British at war in the US and with the French, disruptions to trade and high duties created opportunity. People in the North Atlantic still needed goods, and Ryberg had the perfect wee smuggling depot to provide them from, at a discount. All this helped boost the entire Faroese economy. Locals got paid more goods came in, and the islands benefited from their contact with the outside world. A once quiet Torshavn harbour became dotted with a dozen or so ships. Ryberg also had an idea. What if fishing could make money? Until then, the economy was primarily based on sheep farming. Faroese fishing was for survival, but as they began trading more, they realised their fish were valuable. They began trading in species like cod, ling, and tusk. But the good times weren't to last. As the wars ended, and with Copenhagen looking for tighter control, profits slowed and the economy took a step backwards. Ryberg eventually headed back to Denmark in 1789, but the Faroes had seen what a more open, profit-based economy could do, even if the full payoff didn't arrive until decades later. In 1856, the monopoly was abolished and fishing overtook wool as the main export. To this day, fishing is the Faroes' #1 export by a mile. Salmon makes up almost half of this, and their isolation and geography are once again a plus. The Faroese marine environment is among the cleanest in the world. A constant stream from competing currents keeps the ocean clean and maintains a steady temperature, perfect for many species of fish. All this trading has the Faroes thriving. Their GDP per capita is similar to Australia's and the Netherlands. Ryberg's little trade experiment left a lasting mark. He helped the Faroes glimpse what was possible. What was once a subsistence-based sheep farming society now powers one of the world's most successful fishing economies.